Welcome to Fit for Life. I'm back and I'm ready to exercise, and I hope you are too. The name of the show today is Strength in Numbers, and I'm going to talk just for a couple of minutes about the Surgeon General. Surgeon General recommends 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week of moderate intensity exercise, such as walking, hiking, jogging in place. The aerobic exercise is really important, but we are going to concentrate on the strength part of it too. At least 2 days a week of strength training. I've talked about that many times, or 2 times a week, days, whatever. And walking, it'd be nice to do 3 to 5 times a week if we could. That's important. And of course, we're going to stretch in between. Balance exercises also should be included in that exercise, especially in the strength training portion of your exercise. We need strength training, aerobics, and stretching to face the challenges of aging, of which there are many. The good part is we can do something about it. So let's get started. Do you have your weights out? I hope you do. Are they heavy enough for you so that you feel like you've had a good workout? And how do you know that? How do you tell whether it's time to use a stronger weight or not? When you do a set of 8 to 10 repetitions and you feel a little tired at the end, and you can feel that you've done something, then you can stay with the weight that you have right now. But if you find that it's too easy, especially after doing them the way you should, slowly on that second movement, then it's time to go up in weight. I am using 5 weights. I also use 8-pound weights at times. And if I'm feeling really strong, I might do 10 pounds in each hand. So let's get started with the biceps and the arms. We're going to do seated strength training. And then later on, we're going to do some standing work. So let's breathe out as we lift those weights up to the shoulders. And then slowly down, 4 seconds. So we're always talking about numbers here. Breathing out and slowly down, 4 seconds. Try to remember that. You could go up pretty quickly. This is number 3. And slowly down. And 4. Make sure those arms are into the side for support and stability. And then very slowly. This is number 5. Breathing out again. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you feel your abdomen tightening a little bit? That's good. That's a good sign. Up for 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4 again. For number 8, if you forget to blow out, don't worry about it. You'll do it the next time. And just put the weights down for just a minute or so. Drop that chin right down to stretch the back of your neck. Lift your shoulders up and down a few times just to loosen up a little bit. So that exercise is for the biceps, 2 important muscles for your arm. And then we're just going to take a breath together all the way up. And exhale out as you drop your chin down this time. Good. And then bring your head back up. So when you're doing these on your own, and you've been doing them for a little while, do 2 sets. And you can also increase the repetitions from 8 to 10, 10 to 12 if you want. So let's do something for the opposite part of the arm, in back, the tricep area. That needs to be strong too. So I'm going to have you lift your weights up and then drop them back. And slowly up. Try it again. Breathe out and slowly up to 4 seconds. Good. Try it again. This is number 3. Again. Slowly up. I'll be silent for the next 4. And do 10 if you want to. Do another 2. Bring those arms down and we'll relax for just a minute. Shoulders up and down. Shoulders forward a few times just to loosen up. Great. Now we're going to do something for the chest area, the pectoral area, and your upper back also. And we're going to do something called flies. So your weights are together. Breathe out as you open the arms to the side. Good. And remember that 4 seconds coming back. Let's try it again. And slowly back. Out. This is where we gain strength on that second movement, controlling the weight. And slowly back. How are you doing? I'm doing okay, but I can feel it. Breathing out again. Good. Let's do another. And slowly back. And you can exaggerate that a little and maybe do 6 seconds. You'll get a better effect. Let's turn the head back and forth slowly, side to side. Let's do an ear drop. Just dropping the head to the side. This one feels good. Great. We're going to look up at the ceiling and then drop the head down. And then we'll come back up again. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to stand the weights up, sit nice and tall, lift one weight up, and you're going to just reach across, slowly bring that back. Watch your nose. Lift across, breathing out, and bring it back. Kind of like this one. I don't think it's as difficult as some of the others. Slowly back. Good. Up and across, and you can feel that in your arms and your hands and your upper back. Lifting and breathing out as you reach and slowly back. We're going to be very strong today. Breathing out and back. Up, way up. And another, reaching, great. Bring that weight back. Just put your weight standing up right here in your quadriceps. Drop your chin right down. You can take a little rest here. I'm going to sit back for a minute. And what I'd like us to do is just lift the leg up a little bit. So you're tightening and toning your abdomen. We're going to work on the lower body later. We will finish with the upper body in a few minutes. Just wanted to give you kind of a little rest. Good. Maybe you don't need it. Let's try this though while we're waiting. Let's lift the weights, turn them over, and just reach out and bring them back. Small movements. 2. Can you feel your abdomen tighten when you do this? I think you can. Your feet are flat. 4 and 5. Kind of like this. 6 and 7 and 8. Now if you need to grab some water, you can do that now. I'm just going to sit here and take a little rest while you do that. We're almost finished with the upper body for today. So the next thing we're going to do is the paddle wheel. Oh boy, that's a big one. You're going to feel this one. And I usually save it for last. So if you've finished drinking, just come back to a seated straight position. One weight above the other, not touching but above, and we'll do paddle. And 2, and you're tightening a lot of your upper body muscles. And 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. I know you can feel that. 7, and we'll do just 8 today, bringing that weight down. One foot in front. You can just move your feet around a little bit if you want, just to loosen up a little bit. Good. Now we're going to do the same exercise, but we're going to do it going back. So let's, again, one weight above the other, and we'll just do a backward movement. There you go. Good. And 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. Wow. I know you're feeling that. All right. Let's put the weight down just for a minute. I'm going to grab a little water here because that's important. You can drink before, during, and after exercise, depending on what you're doing, of course. I put a little lemon water in, and it's just delicious. A little stretching for the upper body. Sitting up straight, clasping your hands. Turn your hands over so I can see your palms. Reach out as you breathe out. Then just do your natural breathing now. Arms up, very gently push back. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Let's try a yoga move to stretch the upper body out. One elbow over the other. This is the eagle, or part of the eagle pose. This is for the upper body. So it's elbow over elbow, and you're going to kind of bring those hands back so you can touch one of your fingers to your thumb, whatever. It doesn't really matter, but it's a really good stretch for the upper back and the shoulders. And let's do the opposite now, elbow over elbow if you can. If not, you can do it here and still do this. So let's try it again. And I think I'm a little bit better on this side, actually. Good. Okay, great. Let's try another stretch, which is kind of nice. It feels pretty good. Just grab your elbows, sitting up straight. Don't turn your body at all, but just pull across the front of your body. Here we go. That feels pretty good, yeah. And 4, and 5. We'll finish with 8. 2 more. Good. And back. Now, because we've been holding on to the weights, we're going to stretch the hands just a little bit. So just do a stop movement. Try to flatten that palm out a little. Pull the hands back. Good. Normally, I would have you hold them a little bit longer. We should hold a stretch for, if you can, 15 to 20 seconds. Let's do the other side. Stop. Pull those fingers back. Good. Now circle your hands. This one should feel pretty good too. And then the opposite direction, whatever that is. And we're going to touch each finger to the thumb. 5 and 6. Keep going back and forth. Also, we're going to make some fists and then open. So this is closed and open, tight and loose, tension, relaxation. There you go, up and back. All right. Let's do one more. I'm going to have you cross over and stretch all the way up so you can feel it all the way down the side of your body. You can hold on if you want. You can put your hand to the opposite side, the opposite upper leg. Good. And then we'll switch to the other side. Breathe out as you reach. Good. And you can do an inhale on that too, if you think of it. But now we're going to work on the lower body a little bit. So I'm going to have you come forward in your seat. Just a little bit. Stretch one leg out. Hold on right here. Flex that foot back so you'll get a little stretch in your calf muscle. And you're going to bounce that leg. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Easy, easy stuff. But I know you can feel it. Let's try to go beyond 8 or 9. Let's do 16 today. So we'll do 1, 2, 3 more. Good. So that strengthens your quadriceps. What you need for almost everything you do, other than the upper body. So the other leg out straight, you're going to flex that foot back and bounce it again. 1, 2, 4, 8, 12, 13, 14. Pretty good workout for the leg, and we're using our own body. We're not using the weights for these first few exercises that we're doing. So let's also do a knee lift. Do it slowly. I can feel that. You can feel it here and in the quadriceps. And if you wanted to hold these a little bit longer, you could. I like this one because it's easy, for one thing. All right. Couple more. Up and up. Let's do 2 more. Great. Wonderful, wonderful. Now you can sit back just a little bit. Open those feet up. Just drop forward. Let's do a little stretch here. You can move your feet around if you want. Let's sit back up, and next time you come forward, try to keep that back straight. Put your hands on your knees and keep your head up. Keep the back as flat as you possibly can. Great. Let's do one more of a little bit of a variation on this one. Feet up, and you're just going to do an under-over thing. Now, your arms are nice and comfortable, and it's kind of easy to do, but I want you to let go of the chair and use your arms too. So again, we're strengthening, tightening the abdomen. 5 and 6, 7, 8, let's do 16, 12 and 13, 14, 15, 16, good. And always try to remember your posture. It is so easy and comfortable to just drop forward, isn't it? So we really have to work on that. Let's do this before we stand up. Okay. You're going to take this hand and just cross it over to your shoulder and just keep turning. Let's get a little stretch in the side. Good. And then the other. Reach around and across. Feel a good stretch all the way down your side. Good. Wonderful. Now we're going to do a simple exercise. And maybe you've gotten a little bit stronger and it's getting easier and easier. And I think you know what it is. It's the sit-stand. So we can clasp hands. There are many ways to do it, but you do need to come forward in the chair. That's important. And you're going to stand up. That's all. I try to do this every time I get up if I'm watching television for a long time. So you're going to sit back down again. Good. And we're going to get up. And just do as many as you can, up to 8 or 10. So let's try. This is 3. And we're going to do one more with our arms out straight like this. So we're coming up. Good. Nice and tall. Don't forget, pull that chin right in. And then we're going to sit down. I'll give you a tiny bit of a rest. Now you're going to cross your arms right here. See how you do on this one. Great. That was 5, wasn't it? Good. And 6. And sit back down again. Let's go up. Wonderful. And the more you do, the easier it gets. So just keep that in mind. We're going to sit back down again. Let's do one more. And up. Great. That alone will do a lot to strengthen these. And we need this for everything. We need this for getting up, for walking, up and down stairs, getting in and out of a car, getting up from bed in the morning. We need to have strong quadriceps. All right. So let's get up without holding on. I hope you remembered that. It's so easy to do that, something like that. So we're going to do, first I'm going to move my chair a little bit. Just come to the side of your chair for now. And we are going to do the squat that I just mentioned. And I do a lot of reading about health and strength training for us. Anything that's going to, make aging a more positive experience. And they always mention this squat being the most important or one of the most important exercises to do for function, to stay healthy and strong so you can do everything for yourself. All right, so you're going to just bend the knees a little bit. We'll start off nice and easy. And you're going to reach forward and as if you're sitting back. So this part, this middle part, your torso, you're going to, as if you're sitting back and then reaching forward at the same time. Just as if, and you can do it, if you're concerned about falling, you can do it right here. And then just take a seat if you lose your balance or something like that. But this squat is really, really important. And you should try to hold it at least 10 seconds when you start. So we'll try it again, as if you're going to sit down, but you're going to reach forward at the same time. Good. Try to keep your head up if you can. So just remember, this squat is really important. I know it's a little ungainly, maybe not the most graceful thing we do, but it is really important. All right, let's relax those legs just a little bit. And just do that. That's so simple, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Good. Great. Can you kick a little higher? Good. I didn't count on that one, so we won't count on this one either. I'll just make sure that you're not here, but you're nice and straight. Your body is straight. Good. I like this one because it's so easy. It's a nice stretch for the hip. And I don't know, I don't think it's really aerobic, but it feels like it is sometimes. Good. All right, now you're going to get behind your chair. All right, so I'm going to turn the chair. I think I'm going to do it this way today. What do you think? Gee, this is really, I feel so different doing this. All right, we're going to do the lunge. And it's great for many things. So we're just going to point that toe right back there. Just think of gluing it to the floor. Ball of the foot comes down and then your heel. So you're getting a good stretch. But the front leg, the knee is bent. Just make sure you can still see the toe area. So you're not too far forward with that knee. It isn't good for the knee. So you're stretching. I'm going to go back a little bit farther. If you don't feel it, you've got to go back. You're strengthening this leg, stretching this leg. Pull your chin in, you're improving your posture, your shoulders are down. Now what about balance? I like to bring balance into any class that we do, almost any class anyway. And just see if you can do this. Just be there. How about this? Great. All right, come back. Arms down. Let's go forward a little. Now straighten both legs, and now you're going to bend that front knee again. Let go with one hand. Let go with the other hand. Pretty sure most of you can do this. Now do it without holding on. See if you can. Back and forth. So you're trying to balance. Stay as straight as you can. Watch that chin. It wants to do this. All right. And then okay, but we have to do the other side. So we're going to point, ball of the foot, pull that heel down. You've done it 1,000 times, but it's a really good, these are good movements that do a lot. They do 4 different things for us. What do? They stretch. You're stretching your calf, strengthening the quadricep. You're pulling your chin in for good posture. Shoulders are down for now. And now you're going to let go and see if you can balance without bringing the arms up. Go back a few times without, yes, if you have to, hold on with one hand. Very good. Let's try the other. Nothing difficult about this, but it is strengthening us and stretching us a little bit. All right. Now let go and see if you can just balance again. Bring those arms up this time. Yes, good. Whoops, that threw me off a little bit. But you'll get used to it and your balance will improve. So let's shake those legs out, shake them out. And I'm going to give you the simple strengthening for your lower leg. So for your calf and your ankle and your foot. And how do we do it? Probably the easiest exercise by just lifting those heels up. Good. So we are doing strength training, believe it or not. Again, don't do this. I want you to maintain your posture if you can. It's really important. You're so much healthier if you're not crowding this front area of your body, your upper body, right? All right, so stay here now. Leave your heels up. Bend those knees, good. Let go with one hand, the other, and both. And come back up. Put those heels down, great. You're going to walk back just a couple of steps. Try to flatten that back right out. Your arms should be straight. So I had to push my chair forward a little bit. And you're going to walk back up. I'm going to pull the chair in, lift one arm up. Let's do a little back bend here. Bring that arm down. The other arm up. Hips forward. Do a little stretch back. Wonderful. Did great today. So I'm going back to where I was. We're going to sit down for about a minute. That's all. Grab some water if you need to. And if you don't do it now, you can do it after the show. We've got about a minute left. So let's do a nice relaxing yoga breath. And the next show is going to be all yoga. So let's breathe up through the nose. Way up. Hold for 2 seconds. And exhale. Keep exhaling. Let that chin drop right down. Good. Let's breathe up through the nose again. Holding. And breathe out. Keep breathing out. Keep breathing out. Let that chin drop down. Thanks for joining me today. And just feel good that you've done something really important and good for yourself, for your health, for movement, the joy of movement. So I'll see you next time and we'll do some yoga. Namaste.